years. We've got 6 years under our belt, and that means it's time to grow. It always means it's time to grow and expand, for we are part of the Agape Association of Communities, which means we're part of the New Thought movement, which means we're part of that honoring of the golden thread of the truth teachings found in all of the mystical aspects of every religion. Every religion has a mystical sect of its teachings, and it is that where the New Thought movement comes in, where we take responsibility for our own spiritual evolution and our own growth, that we honor the laws that govern the universe, and we know that the universe, that God is a good and love and peace and joy and bliss and grace and beauty beyond our wildest dreams. Bliss just begins to describe the truth back of all life. And then there's the human experience. The human experience, which can sometimes it can take us to a place where we feel the illusion of separation, the illusion that there's someone else or something else, or that something out there may be against me. And so our job in our community, we like to counsel and bring and put the power into your hands, where we rise up and we grow and we embody in our bones the truth teachings. We don't theorize and rationalize. We begin to embody it so that you are the living presence of God expressing through you, so that you may embody, as it says in Scripture, that we are born in the image and the very likeness of God, which means bliss, grace, beauty, joy, love right now exists within you. There is a perfect blueprint of magnificence that exists within you every moment of every day, whether you are feeling it or whether you are not feeling it. If you're not feeling it, probably means you're not stoked. I remember back in high school, I used to go, oh, man, I'm so stoked. I got tickets to my new concert. I'm so stoked, man. Anyway, I'll give you a little flashback. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure they don't say that anymore. But to be stoked, means that you are illuminating the flame. You are illuminating the flame. And oftentimes life is set up naturally. The natural world is set up, the presence of God is everywhere, and oftentimes we get to walk around and things just happen. Sometimes we experience serendipity and synchronicity. You get that great parking space, or you run into that person that you haven't seen for 100 years, or something happens, some beautiful opportunity presents itself, and then you're seeing the natural stoking of the universe at your disposal. You see the natural light elegantly and effortlessly expressing itself to, through, and on your behalf. And then there's other times where you feel like the world is thwarting you, where you feel like there's a little bit of mediocrity or mundane experiences going on, or maybe you feel like something is against me or someone is against me. And that's when we have to do our spiritual practice. We use our spiritual practice, and then we have to stoke our own flames. We have to get in there and fan the flames of our own beingness. We have to get in there and do what's more of the natural world as opposed to the supernatural world. The supernatural world is what transcends the illusion or the laws of the natural world. The natural world, we have the law of gravity, aerodynamics, and various other things that allow things to function in order. Sacred geometry begins to describe or give a little bit of a rationale behind how things work in the physical world. There are laws that govern the universe, and there are the natural laws that allow plants to go through photosynthesis, that allow our human bodies to digest food and turn it into fuel, and to eliminate that which is no good and keep that which is good, and allow us to thrive to the degree that we allow ourselves to participate in our own thriving. It is our job to do that, to stoke the flames there. And so we want to become aware of the difference between the times when we are thwarting ourselves and when we are going with the flow. So we want to expand that. We want to be on a rejuvenating and regenerative path, which means we want to participate in the laws through the mechanisms of prayer and through meditation and through reflection. You know, oftentimes, one of the most powerful things we can do in our spiritual practice is to muse over things, to reflect over things on a daily basis. If you don't reflect on a daily basis, then you're going to have to reflect retroactively on a whole bunch of things. And what I mean by that is, on a daily basis, we want to use prayer, which is in its infancy stages. Prayer is the portal between the finite and the infinite. It is the portal that takes us from what is seemingly bad to that which is amazing and magnificent, until it becomes a way of life, until you are in this ceaseless awareness where you no longer have to pray, you're just the living prayer. You just live it. You're in that ceaseless state of bliss, and nothing rocks your world. You've heard me say this a few times over the years, that imagine you have no issues whatsoever. You have no issues with money. You have all the money you could possibly imagine. That infinite supply is there, that when you look at your bank accounts, you just see infinite numbers. There's no decimal point, because everything is supplied to you. Wherever you would want to go, you want to go on that cruise, you go on that cruise. You want to go hike up to the top of Mount Everest, you go hike up to the top of Mount Everest. You want to indulge in whatever it is you want to indulge in. You've got no prosperity issues. You have no health issues. Every organ and tissue within your beingness functions pristinely. Your body doesn't even show any signs of aging, because you are absolutely in harmony with all that is good, physically, emotionally, and mentally. There are no toxins that enter your body temple whatsoever. Your health is absolutely brilliant. You are in complete alignment with all that is healthy and vital. You have no relationship issues, not one issue with any person on the planet. You love everyone, and you allow them, underscore, bold, highlight, you allow them to love you in return. You are so lovable and loving that everything cooperates. And it doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter what your race or religion is. It doesn't matter what your situations or circumstances are. You just, everywhere you go. Have you ever seen one of those people? It just seems like wherever they go, people, they walk in and people are like, ooh, got something going on here. You're one of those people, but then multiply that a little bit higher, where you feel so comfortable, and you feel like you're one of those people, like, you just want to hug everyone, and they want to hug you, and you just give a dynamic sense, and there's never those awkward moments. It always just feels really good. You have no relationship issues, and you have no purpose issues, no creative issues. Everything, you just sit, and there's a ceaseless flow of divine providential information that comes through you. Sometimes that ceaseless flow is wordless and stillness, and all you do is you just be. And other times you're in the studio and you're creating your painting or your movie or your project, whatever it is, and it just feels so fluid. And everything in your life is filled with balance. You spend just the right amount of time socializing, you spend just the right amount of time exercising, you spend just the right amount of time musing, and we move from the musing or the reflection. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see, wait. You've got every part of your life is in perfection. You've got the perfect blueprint expressing. Now, oftentimes when I share that in a lot of the classes and workshops, sometimes you can see where people are like, oh, my neural net is getting fried. I can't even imagine what it looks like. You mean I just get along with everybody? But you don't know so-and-so. And it's like, yes, you get along with everybody. You never feel frustration. You never feel anger. You never feel irritation. You never feel illness. You only feel bliss, grace, beauty. Now that is the perfect blueprint of being in the world but not of the world, and it exists. As a matter of fact, it exists right now, because the presence of God in all of its glory exists right now within you. The perfect blueprint of every part of your beingness exists right now. When you get into the quantum field, you know that infinite possibilities are happening all across the quantum field, and instead of going linearly, instead of going linearly, you're moving, you're sidestepping. And what that means is that in this realm where oftentimes, I don't know about some of you, but some of us sometimes experience, oh, somebody irritated me, or oh, that person cut me off, oh, they, or oh my God, I stepped on my toe, and oh, whatever it is that's happening. Maybe I have some sort of a financial challenge in my life, where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I used my credit card, and then I got a bill. How did that happen? So we want to just become one with all of this, and realize that there are things. So when in the beginning stages,